Okay, this video is to explain my absence because I had meant to, update and be like, oh, learning Chinese is like this, and this is cool, and this is why, and blah, 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 and my journey to China. Let me tell you. So remember how I was in Korea, I was in South Korea teaching English for 3 years total, maybe 3 years and some change. Anyway, love that because I like teaching in general, and I thought it was great. Korea, there's a lot of that shucking and jabbing along to certain R&B artists. I went to a whole bunch of concerts. I wasted a lot of money on, it wasn't a waste, okay? If you go and see 2 a.m. live in concert, I'm telling you, it's amazing. Anyway, that's besides the point. I finished that and was like, okay, teaching is great. I like it. That's what I do. However, I want to go to China because I had come before and did a short study abroad program because I was like, oh, I'm already learning Chinese anyway, might as well go. And then I decided after teaching that I kind of want to work harder in pursuing my dream of being an amazing interpreter translator. And so, I was taking classes in Korea, but it's different when you go to a country and you hang out with the people and you kick it with them and then you study there. So what I did was I joined some company, which I'm going to tell you now was not the right route. If you want to go and learn Chinese and, you want to do an internship, this is what that company was offering. You study for 3 months, you do an internship for 3 months. And then I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. And I was like, oh, do you have an internship in hotel or do you have it in, translation in particular, some type of media company? And they were like, well, they caught me. They were like, oh, they can do Chengdu. Then when they heard what I wanted to do, they were like, oh, actually, it'd be best if you come to Shanghai. And I was like, whatever, fine. I won't complain because I can go to Chengdu later. And then Chengdu is the place with pandas. Anyway, so then I signed up. I did everything I was supposed to do. And my language partner, I met him online, and we had been talking for the whole time I was in Korea. Like, I was trying to study, and he was studying English to be an interpreter as well. But he gave up, this bum. He's like, I noticed that in a lot of Chinese people. They're like, you know what? It didn't work out. Finished. But I don't have that kind of drive. I'm like, I still need to keep going until it's not over till the fat lady sing, right? Okay, so then he was like, no, I think what they're doing is they're using a university's name and they are getting people here, sure, to collect the money, but they're not a real company. It's probably not going to be good for you. And I was like, no, man, this company is on LinkedIn. This company has a good website that you can read that makes sense. They accept PayPal. It's not like I needed to pay through credit card. I had the cash in the bank, but I was like, I trust this company that has a different payment method option. Long story short, I went with this company. And I was like sitting in class. It was supposed to be the advanced class. And I'm like, this is nice, but we're not doing much. And then there was the whole thing of getting the internship. I was so sad by the classes, by the way. I mean, my teachers were nice, kind people, but then there was supposed to be a certain amount of time. We were supposed to do culture things, and a lot of things didn't happen, okay? My friend is like, I told you. And I was like, yeah, thanks. So then what happened was they couldn't find me an internship. And I was like, all right, guys, well, you didn't find the internship. I remember you saying that you can at least refund something. I don't remember how much percent. But they got mad. They were livid. And they were like, no, that's never been one of our rules. And da-da-da. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it is. Because here I have been in your class in which everyone's dropped out. There's nobody even coming to school anymore. Teachers are starting to not even treat it like a class. It's just, oh, we're chatting about, gossiping, all this bagua. I don't need all of that. And I didn't pay you for bagua. So then, anyway, they they were upset and they were like, oh, well, we're going to find something. So they started finding a whole bunch of things that were unrelated to anything that I could do. Like, they have my resume. Don't put me to a financial company. I'm not going to go work at a bank because I don't do numbers that way. I'm just not going to be your go-to person. Lo and behold, I ended up contacting my own network out here, you know, Black folk, I love you. Because I reached out to all kinds of Black people who were like, dude, guys, I'm going to need a job. School is already finished. It's been done. They just extended my classes, which I didn't want. And then, you know, I was trying to apply to a different school, trying to get into the Shanghai University or whatever. And that did not work out. And then finally, you know, somebody did come through. I think it was one of their contacts. However, again, it was unrelated. It was nice though. I went to Shanghai Health Management, and it was very cool. It's not Shanghai. It's like Shanghai, which is like a wisdom. Anyway, they were a TCM company, and they are still around. I believe I'm not there anymore. Obviously, it was an internship, and so I got out of that rut. However, I was trying to make ends meet on an internship salary, and that wasn't working out. When you're coming to China to study, one, go directly to the university. In any event, out of all the friends that I've asked who've been here, living in the country and studying and mingling with people and actually progressing to a good level, they always were like, no, these schools, these part-time schools and stuff, they're not really anything. It's nice, it's fun, the teachers are kind. However, you will get your butt kicked and you will learn everything. I'm talking about Wu Qinzi in like 5 days if you go to university. Do that. Number two, some companies will use a different, larger company name to back them. You probably should do your research, like on the ground, ask locals, does anyone know anybody from this place? Because even that YCC thing, nobody knew them. I went to an interview and they were like, so who are these people who contacted me? How do you know them? And I was like, it's my school. Anywho, yes. And by the way, they got caught up in a bunch of stuff. It closed down. It's no longer available. Be careful. And what I want is, if you thought the information was helpful, click the like button. If not, then, you know, don't click the like button. If you didn't find it helpful, but you did like it, just send it to a friend or something so someone else can watch it.